For 15 years, Kyle Pease and his brother Brent have turned miles into movement, pushing beyond limits to make endurance sports more inclusive for people of all abilities. Through the Kyle Pease Foundation, they have helped more than 150 athletes with disabilities not just start races, but cross the finish line. And as our Joe Ripley showed us just a few weeks ago, for the Pease brothers, it is never just about the run, it is about proving all that is possible.
Kyle Pease's latest race certainly won't be his last. Fresh off wheeling his way to a half-marathon finish, Kyle and his brother Brent are ready to conquer another.
It has given them hope and an opportunity to see way beyond their own limits.
Pushing beyond limits, the message of the Kyle Pease Foundation, which for 15 years now has sent more than 150 people with disabilities to the starting line and gotten them to the finish line.
It wasn't like how many finish lines we could reach, and it was collectively what we were chasing together.
Brent runs side by side with Kyle, the two inseparable in their quest for inclusion.
We've always been fueled by each other. You know, it's such an amazing thing that we get to experience and share together.
The foundation has raised money for adaptive sports equipment, mobility devices, scholarships, and medical support for families.
It's more than racing, it's family. Take the first step. You never know how you're going to impact somebody and make a difference in their day and in their life.
Kyle calls it a labor of love to prove to himself and others that anything is possible. The only thing stopping you is you.
The true measure of any legacy of what we've done is not going to be because somebody in 10 years says, look at what I'm doing because of Brent and Kyle. It's that the thing that has been created, which is for us, it's a movement of inclusion, is something that people continue to do, you know, for many more miles long after we're gone.
Joe Ripley, 11 Alive News.
And now the Kyle Pease Foundation is teaming up with Share the Magic Foundation for the Spark 5K happening at Piedmont Park Thursday night. The Atlanta event, it is bringing together runners, walkers, and wheelchair participants for a race designed to celebrate community and accessibility. And joining us right now are Kyle and Brent Pease, along with former Georgia Bulldog and Super Bowl champion Malcolm Mitchell with the Share the Magic Foundation. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you all for what you do. Kyle and Brent, let's start with you. Your foundation is all about inclusion. What does it mean when you get to that start line, you look at everybody who's alongside you to your left and right, and then you get to race with them all the way to the finish line?
It's a really special feeling. I mean, Kyle and I always describe it of, we used to do sports, but we were always on opposite sides of the fence waiting for opportunity. So to be standing there together alongside so many incredible athletes showing their full potential is never lost on us, and is just such a wonderful feeling for both of us and all that we serve.
And for the participants there, because these races are available to so many folks of so many different means and methods of getting across the course, what does it mean to have everybody there together?
It's amazing, and I think along with Share the Magic, we share inclusion at the core of what we do. So tomorrow you'll see everybody around that model of inclusion and supporting one another.
And that race coming up tomorrow night. It's coming quickly. Malcolm, let's turn to you. Your foundation, it focuses on literacy. How does this event help expand that mission?
Well, I want to first say Kyle and Brent are transformational in what they're accomplishing. And I'm so thankful that a few years ago that I got to meet them and be a part of the Spark 5K. To be there and witness the amount of people from different backgrounds, different communities coming together for a spectacular cause is something truly worth experiencing. So if you have not gotten your tickets and registered yet, I encourage you to do so at spark5k.com. Share the Magic Foundation is very fortunate to be a part of this relationship. I learned through reading. We are empowered to be the best version of ourselves, to explore and to transform and evolve in magnificent ways. I think we see that realized at the Spark 5K. So I I could talk more about Share the Magic Foundation, but primarily I want everyone to be there at Piedmont Park for the Spark 5K so you can feel what I've been blessed to be able to experience for the last several years.
And that event taking place tomorrow night in Piedmont Park. Again, spark5k.com is where you can go to find out more information and get your tickets. Kyle and Brent, I want to go back to you. Y'all are humble guys, but last year you raised more than $170,000. That is a lot of money. What does that translate into in terms of support and giving access to folks to participate and to race?
Well, this year we've surpassed that goal. And as Malcolm said, get down to Piedmont Park, help us surpass runners, help us surpass fundraising. And it's going to both of these amazing orgs. For us, it's helped us continue to expand our inclusive employment program. So we now have 8 individuals with disabilities working for the Kyle Pease Foundation, one of which has been the race director, helping coordinate all the details for this. It's meaningful work. So not only are they being included in races, they're being included in life. And as Malcolm said, when you get to walk out there and see everybody coming from so many different backgrounds that are all out there together, that's what it truly represents. And that's what a race like the Spark 5K does to elevate not only the Kyle Pease Foundation, but Share the Magic Foundation.
And what would you say to somebody who maybe wants to participate in a race like this, but they've never quite gotten themselves to do it? They're on the fence about participating. What would you say to that person watching right now?
Yeah. I'd say if a Super Bowl champ can come out and run a 5K, that anybody, Kyle always says it. Look at me. I'm out here doing this. What's stopping you? This is not about what you can do for yourself. It's about what you can do for others. And coming on, showing up for this 5K, walking, including yourself, or just standing there and cheering us on and supporting these amazing orgs is elevating everybody that is going to be in Piedmont Park tomorrow night. So this is not your opportunity. It's our opportunity to share.
What's the best part of events like this and participating in racing that maybe y'all get an inside look at that folks on the outside might not see, but the kind of thing that just lights y'all up and keeps you coming back?
Well, if you don't mind, I'll take this one. Growing up, I struggled to read, and I wanted to become an avid reader because I wanted to give myself the best chance at maximize my potential in society. And through that realization of becoming literate and understanding the power of literacy, I also learned the power of community, the transformational power of what happens when everyone comes together for a common cause. I think the Spark 5K represent and exemplifies what happens when people put their individual mentalities to the side and dedicate themselves to something that's bigger than one individual. And I think that is what it makes this extraordinarily unique and extraordinarily special, especially during a time like now.
You talk about community. We're short on time, but that is something we've got to spend a moment on. At its core, at its heart, is that what it's all about, community?
Yeah,
I think both Kyle, please, Kyle.
Yeah, no, absolutely. At the core, it's coming together and support one another, support both organizations. And the cool thing about Spark is most 5Ks happen in the morning, but this 5K happens at night. So we want to see everyone come out and support these amazing organizations that are doing phenomenal work around the Atlanta area.
And last question for y'all before we let you go. Anybody can take this. We have folks who live right here in Midtown Atlanta. They live across the metro, others who live across the state, and others all across the country. Some folks may be watching and they say, hey, I want to participate, but I physically can't be there tomorrow, but they still want to support. Is there a way for them to support from afar?
Yeah, absolutely. You can do it all right there at spark5k.com. Make sure you're following on the social channels on Facebook, on Instagram, and you can donate. You can be a virtual runner. You can still support. Community comes together in so many different ways in today's day and age. So be part of ours and support all of us.
All right, fellas. Kyle and Brent Pease and Malcolm Mitchell giving us a preview of what to expect at tomorrow night's Spark 5K. It's happening at Piedmont Park tomorrow night. You want more information, you want to participate, you want to support, go to spark5k.com for all you need to know. Get out there and participate. Guys, thank you all for being here today. Thanks for all that you do.
Thank you.
Thank you.